Właściwie.
Wiesz co, to byli
Stali.
i to były kolejki, nie.
I'll try it. And here we have the tomb of the unknown soldier here on Armistice Day in Krakow.
Reach and the water was all around me, but this is how the city was protected. Now, instead of the node, we have this park. Remember, I told you it was all around the old town, and when you look at the map of Krakow, you can see characteristic green belt. This is the park. Everything which is within this green belt, this is the old town. And look how characteristic the city layout is. We are standing here, and here we have the big square. Look at the streets. All of them, believe me, it is very old. They was constructed in 1300 and the water even older. And when you think about this place, if you are interested in art, there is a very interesting place to visit. Made by famous Polish and European artists, including famous Lady with an Ermine by Leonardo da Vinci, or some pieces of art by Rembrandt. So maybe you find people of Krakow. So this is the difference. Everything which is inside was founded just by the inhabitants of our city. And you can find beautiful things inside. The most impressive is the main altar. Have you seen the main altar? Huge. It was open? Yes, because it can be open, it can be closed, because it consists of 5 parts. The main panel altar, and there are 4 wings. 2 of them, the ones in the middle, are movable, so they can be closed, they can be open, and you can see totally different scenes when it is open than when it is closed. So yesterday it was Sunday, yeah, so it was open, right. And now every day during the week is open from 12 till 6. So before 12, after 6 is closed. And all sculptures, everything was made of wood. That is why we call this altar the wooden Bible. You can find there many different scenes from the Holy Book. And these sculptures are so realistic then that they can tell you a lot about the people of Krakow who lived here in the Middle Ages, at the time when this altar was created. It was made by Stoss. Stoss, he originally came to Krakow from Nuremberg, from Germany. It was in Poland. It's full of traditions, full of history. Maybe you can find it. And then there is a tower, the tower with the clock. This is the only remnant of the city hall which used to be here in the past. The rest of the building was still there because it was destroyed by the fire, so we then turned it out. And now we go to the old university wall. The university was founded by the Polish king, King Casimir the Great, in 1364. In this particular building, the professors of theology used to live. At that time, they lived almost like monks, without families, wives. Each one lived in a very small, modest room. The professors' dwellings were situated on the first floor. Also on the first floor, the professors had a big dining room where they had common meals. They had a chapel, library, and here on the ground floor there was lectures room. Now, still in this building, professors have important meetings, ceremonies, they receive important guests, but every day if you come here, this is the museum of the Jagiellonian University. And in this museum you can see some objects related to famous students, famous professors. And there are many interesting scientific objects here, like for instance there is a globe. I think this is the oldest one in the world, where for the very first time America is marked. Yeah?
The University of Krakow in the square. As long as you take the picture.
Independence. It was conducted here after the First World War, after 1918. Remember, this was a very important moment in our history, moment to begin the independence. This one is sort of like a tragedy, which is here in Poland Little time when he was born, he came to Krakow to study. So he studied here. He spent the Nazi occupation in Krakow. Then after the war, he became priest, then the bishop, archbishop, cardinal, and finally in 1978 he became pope and he left us. He went to Rome. So once again, when he was the Archbishop of Krakow, he lived here, and then each time when he came here as a pope, he stayed here as well. So this was his residence, and this was his window. Like in Vatican, remember, he always talked to people, blessed them from one window. The same thing here. This square was always full of people, everybody was waiting to see the Pope. And this square was also full of people when Pope was dying. And you know, there are no words to explain what happened when Pope died. Somehow life stopped. People didn't go to work, children didn't go to schools. Everybody was in the streets, believe me, everybody was in the streets. This street here for many years, for many days, I think for at least 2 weeks was closed for cars, for trams, because candles and flowers were everywhere. Yeah? So this area looked like a huge cemetery. Yeah? Still people come here, like to the shrine, leaving candles and flowers. And here another church. As well as the frescoes in the porches on the walls. And we can go to see part of the cloisters, part of the monastery. So we are on the bus on the way from the hotel to the center. It was on the left, yeah? So the cartoons to the stained glass windows you can see there. And many other pieces of art created by these artists you can see this building. And there is also a museum dedicated just to Stanisław Wyspiański in Krakow. If you are interested, very nice place. Rome because of such a big number of churches. Once I even tried to count, but after 170 something I decided to give up too many, and still there are new being built. And this is St. Andrew Church built in the 11th century, and this is St. Peter and Paul Baroque church with characteristic figures of 12 apostles in front of it. And the moment we'll be walking down Kamienice Street. Kamienice is named and the priest of the cathedral chapter live in this building. Yeah? Now, still some priests, some nuns, and bishops live here. If not, there are museums, or here, for instance, university. So this kind of institutions. This is the oldest street in Krakow. It means we are very close to the Wawel hill, where remember the second friendship with the royal church, and also another factory. At the time when Poland had no more kings, important people were buried here. Yeah? So famous artists, the national heroes. Maybe you know one name, General Sikorski. He was the Prime Minister of the Polish government during the Second World war. So for instance, he's buried here. So not only kings, not only bishops, but also important people. And here in St. Mary Church, yeah, every hour this music is played from St. Mary as a church, so the taller tower, yeah, so every hour on an hour. In the summertime it's difficult to find a space because there are long queues to the cathedral and people are waiting everywhere. So it's very different now. This is the burial chapel of the last members of the Jagiellonian dynasty. We have, in our history, we had two royal families, the Piast and then the Jagiellonians. The last member of the Jagiellonian dynasty died in 1572. And after this date, we had no more royal families. We had kings, but our kings were elected. They were elected by the
And here we are at the top of the bell tower in Krakow Cathedral. Obviously got bars up, so the view's not as
Actually, you
good.
can get through the bar, I did.
Yeah, I'm through the bar now. Have a look at the view. And there's the bell.
That's the signal then, isn't
There's
it?
the what bell?
This is the signal bell, the big one.
Yeah. Does it ring? No, I said, does it ring?
No, she said only on.
On holidays and holidays. It's a good job, really, because otherwise we'd be a bit deafened by it.
I was about to say, that rang while we were here. No, też tak.
Ale patrzcie, to jest taki zatapiany w
Give it a
Bugler.
12 o'clock bugler. Presumably that's at the castle, you think? And if we get the church, the tower. $12 o'clock, might as well. And the bugler calls.
And we can do one thing. We can read between lines.
And the light's very good here on the tower in Krakow main square. And here again from the hotel bedroom window, across the bridge over the River Vista, or Vizja, and the castle and the cathedral, and looking into Krakow.
You add to food at home every day, only in a more artistic form. I know that visitors
are very disappointed because you are expecting to find everything white. This is about 95% sodium chloride, NaCl, and 5% other impurities, like sand, gypsum, hydride, clay, visitors a year, so if everybody wants to take a leak figures, we're walking on salt as well. You see, it looks like marble. 13, about 40 minutes, you see the most beautiful chapel. All statues, carvings, we will see today, they were made by not professional sculptors, just miners, simple miners, workers, but very talented people. On the ceiling at left corner, can you see left corner ceiling? Salt stalactites, see like icicles or spaghetti. Stalactites coming down, stalagmites going up, yes. Protect head and a small torch fixed on a long stick, then allowed to reach just a distance because methane got accumulated under the ceiling. The experience suggested it should be done very carefully without any air motion. In the year 1861, miners have arranged race tracks. First horse was transported here in the 16th century. Last horse left this mine only 7 years ago. Her name is Barbara Basha. Basha, like our tour leader, retired female horse. When he died in 1920, his younger brother, Tomasz Markowski, continued his job, and then third miner Anthony Wyrodek. It took them 70 years to finish the whole chapel, and the last relief was made in 1963.
We got the chandeliers. These are all pieces of salt. The crystally bits of the chandelier.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Let's see the Pope. There he is. The Papa.
The Papa.
The Last Supper. He's at the last table.
Lake is quite deep in the middle, about 30 feet in the middle. Here you see the bottom. You see some man wishing well people to come and maybe to make a wish on the right hand over the left shoulder. We used to say small money, small wish, big money, big wish, credit cards, unlimited. Plastic money.
staircase and the construction as well. It will be another shortcut, you know. I hope till March they will finish.
And will the lake be back again?
I hope so, yes. Before there were two separated chambers and it was a water underground lake and a ferry boat. But in the year 1915 was an accident here. Too many people were on the boat, German soldiers, and 7 of them lost their lives. I told you that you can't drown, you can't sink, you float. But what happened? The boat capsized. It wasn't enough oxygen, they couldn't get out, and they suffocated. But as I said, still work in progress, will be another attraction in the future. We are 130 meters below the surface, 400 feet. This is still second level, second lower level, 7 levels below us. 7 more levels, over 2,000 chambers and 300 kilometers of tunnels and corridors. So this is what you saw today, ladies and gentlemen. You saw just 1% what we have.
Wow.
Air balloon, 2 meters, 20 centimeters. So you see different customers we have. Huh? Look at the wall, Saturday, Jewish symbol. I was talking about the factory. It was exactly in this chamber. Some part of the mine was separated from the other. Also, you see raised. This is his heater time. So after the Second World War, miners decided to park Foreign Day just to commemorate this. Even as you see, shopping area. Are we going to have a break, or are we going back to the coach?
Go back to the coach. Unless you want a break. I just want to. We'll bite on the top and get out.
Our speech consisted of 40 subtons. The subtons were built next to the chemical factories, iron works, coal miners. Every workplace had to work as slave laborers. So Auschwitz was very factory. Now we can see Auschwitz number 1. Auschwitz was separated by double barbed wire fence, electrified. Sibir Canal camp under the construction. Over there we can see this wooden barracks. So all barracks, everywhere there were the same wooden barracks. But living and sanitary conditions here in Birkenau were terrible. Barracks, and for example, we can see the first one is preserved. All these wooden elements were taken to renovations. And now we can see the sanitary conditions.
the end of the line. The inscription written in Hebrew. I'm gonna get the falling leaves. I'm back in the square, market square here in Krakow. Now we've got some beer barrels to start for the Christmas market. Looks like I can see if we can get the head. Yeah, just about get the head on there.
Headland there.
What's the church called again?
St Mary's.
St Mary's. I'll see if I can get the balloon on just there. You can just see the balloon over there. As the sun sets in the sky in Krakow about 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, but you can't see it really. You can hear the bugler, but you can't see him. We say goodbye to our hotel bedroom. You can see the lights on the castle.
But you You do love to go, don't you? So.